Alright, so Sterling and I are going to attempt to do another Will It Start video. My father-in-law, Ron, the legend.
The legend himself.
You've seen him a time or two.
Guantanamo Bay.
Bought one of probably the ugliest skid steers ever made.
Yeah, it's from like, what, the 60s?
Yeah, it's a skid steer, I guess.
Back when a time when people thought things looked cool that didn't look cool.
And right now, it's sitting out here on a trailer in the dark. It's dark time. It's an international skid steer. Here, I guess let's start at the beginning. Here's what we know about this. It's an international skid steer, and it's on the trailer, and we'd like it to be in the shop, and that's about what we know.
It's got a flat tire. It's hydraulics all the way down.
It's got a flat tire, so we got to figure out how to get it from here into there, you know. Yeah, and these front tires, the hydraulics have pushed the front tires up off the ground, so that ought to be fun. We might have to get my other skid steer going, but it's like 20 degrees out.
Oh, dude, I think it comes with sweet spray paint.
So it got some spray paint?
Yeah.
Oh, heck yeah, it even matches.
It even works.
It even works. Like new. I think it's fixed. Send it on its way.
Yep, I think we can sell it.
So, I think we're going to unchain it, try and jack it up, maybe try and get some wind in this tire. Hopefully it's not got a giant hole in it. It's got a block of ice in the bottom. That's handy. And then this is a tilt trailer, so we'll tilt it up and try and roll it into there.
Just yeet it into the shop.
Alright, so we've got the trailer tilted up. We got air in the 4 tires. Didn't even realize it, but this one here, it's kind of hard to see on the camera, but that one there is gigantic, and that one, all the other 3 are very small. But you don't worry about that much. I don't know if it's going to just free roll, so we got this nice clump of dirt here, chalking it till we get the trailer set down, and then we'll try and push it or something. Can't really steer it, you know, it's a skid steer.
We're running on hopes and dreams.
So we might just send it through the garage door here in a minute. Okay. Alright, so we got the bucket up. You can't really see, I guess. We got the bucket up, chained up. All the tires aired up. I think we've already been through this. Tilted the trailer up, and it doesn't want to roll. We can't push it. We can't make it do nothing. So,
Don't want to move.
So we're going to take a snatch block. Probably this nice little unit. Snatch block it off the tail of the trailer and see if we can at least get it off the tail of the trailer here. Alright.
It's in the shop.
We got it in the shop. Sterling's still painting it.
Yep.
It kind of, when this tire was locked up and it broke free and took off and crashed in the garage door, kind of caved her in a little bit, but I kicked it back out, so it's okay. It's in air, tires are aired up, so I guess we gotta get it de-tarped and what have you. We gotta take the come along off it. She's banjo tight right now, and the chain holding the bucket up and what have you. And see what we got going on here. Wiley, what do you think of the skid steer? You gonna hide from the camera? You're not very sneaky.
Are you happy you're on the skid steer?
Nope.
Nope.
That's the engine work.
I'm hoping the engine works.
Yeah.
So that's what we're hoping to fix on. All right.
Apparently it ran like,
I don't know when it ran.
6 years ago or something.
Is that what it
'cause
was?
The whole story was that a doctor bought this brand new, had it on his ranch, and they had one guy that come work on it, and then he passed away. The doctor passed away, and the family of the doctor owed the guy some money, so they gave him this to pay for it. And then old Ron Tonimo swooped in there because the guy would rather have cash.
Then this conglomeration of iron.
I mean, what happened there?
I don't know. This thing it's got all these horrible wallered out pins. Check this pin out.
Well, that's custom.
It's got this big old long bolt in there.
You know what that is? That's where if you break it, you got 2 more.
You got 2 more right there. All this, I don't think that's factory. It is some kind of quick attach or something.
At one point in time, it wasn't new.
That's janky.
Yeah. I think it was definitely a definition of rode hard and put away wet.
Broken lever, totally missing lever. The seat's fine.
Plywood.
It's got most of the buttons and levers, it looks like.
But
the old owner told Ron that this was some kind of Ford motor, but I'd be willing to bet my bottom dollar, because I own several of them. That's a Wisconsin, air-cooled Wisconsin.
Wait, don't turn it on.
Yeah, Presto Light Mig.
I really want to.
Oh wow, belt-driven hydraulic
Can we
pumps.
pop the hood on this thing then, or what?
We do know this, that they, the motor does turn,
Yes.
so that's good. And from the story that Sterling just told me, it sounds like it probably should run. It was just parked and not done anything with.
Free ice.
Whew. So, yeah, we'll mess with it a little bit. Alright, so what we got is it's got no solenoid. The positive is hooked right to the starter. We've got no wires anywhere. It's got a mag, so I know it'll make its own spark. So I doubt it'll make its own spark. I imagine it's been sitting long enough, the points are all dirty. And I think I found a manual kill since there's no wires. So we're gonna try and just crank it over. I don't think it's gonna start. I know it won't start, it ain't got no fuel line. And we'll see what happens. Here we go, let's try this out a little bit. Maybe. Well, it cranks over, it doesn't sound super happy.
Sounds like there was a really funny joke that people are plotting for inside the engine.
Yeah, somebody was knocking.
You want to stick your finger in that, see if it makes sparky?
Yeah, I kinda do.
Come on, she wants it. Yeah.
By George, she has spark.
Somebody took care of their equipment.
Guess we'll try a little bit of ether.
You know, a little starting juice? Yep.
Alright, a little bit of ether.
Oh. There we go. What? You want some more?
Yeah, give it some more. Alright, here we go. A little more ether. Well, she tried.
She made some combustion sounds. I guess we'll see. Stay tuned. Very nice. Many mysterious houses to do many mysterious things. So fascinating.
Alright, so we got it almost started. I put a new fuel line on it here. Not that you can see. New fuel line, but I think that carburetor is not doing a whole lot of carbureting. But let's see if it'll do it again. Smokes a little bit, we'll probably give it a break to clear out here. But it almost runs. So I got this thing running for about 30-ish seconds, and it keeps trying to die. I don't know what it's doing, but I'm guessing, what I'm guessing is it's flooding itself. I get it wound wide open, and the governor starts pulling back on the throttle, trying to calm it down, what have you. And then as soon as it starts calming down, it just dives off to nothing. And I'm thinking it's flooding itself. This is I believe this one's an old Zenith. I actually didn't look. Yeah, it's an old Zenith. They call this a side draft. It was pretty, I have never seen them on anything but these Wisconsins. Now, you go on the internet and you want to find a new carburetor. You find the old Zenith updrafts, repops for the 8 ends and all them old motors like that. Those updrafts are dime a dozen. You can buy a new one for 25 bucks or 30 bucks or whatever. A repop Chinese one, whatever. These Zenith side drafts, they do not make repops of them. And last time I went looking for one, you could buy a rebuilt Zenith for about 450 bucks. Now, let me see if I can find it. You can get rebuild kits for them still. Here it is. And I think these rebuild kits, this is a spare one for my skid steer because it's got the Wisconsin in it. You can find rebuild kits, and they got most everything in them. All your gaskets and everything. Everything's shy of a float. Floats are really goofy, like heart-shaped 2-piece float. Now, if we have a hole in the float, that's going to be bad news because I don't have a float and you can't really find them. But the rebuild kits are like 10, 12 bucks. And that's why I have a spare ones, because they're so cheap. So I think I'm going to tear this one apart. I'll show you if there's a bunch of gunk in there or something. I'm hoping it's got a bunch of gunk or maybe a bad gasket somewhere, because it was blowing. I had my hand over the front like this when I was trying to run the throttle, and it was blowing more fuel out this end than it was going into the motor. So I'm hoping there's something wrong with this one. Alright, so here it is. Here's that funny float deal. You hear that? Nothing. She doesn't have anything in it. She's a little dirty, but I don't see any holes. Usually they'll fill up with fuel if they got a hole or anything in them. So that's good. That has quite a bit of gnarlies in it. Get that all cleaned up. Needle and seat appear to be working fine. I don't remember if I got a new one or not. It's actually got not focusing, but actually got a steel seat on there. So yeah, it's a little gunky in there. I'll clean it all up and blow it out and put it back together and call her good as new. Alright, so there's a rebuilt carburetor, sorta, kinda. I didn't mess with none of the adjustments, so hopefully they're still good. I had it in a fuel filter. Let's open up the tank valve over there. See that? Here's the tank valve. Should see that filter fill. Or not. Maybe I'm out of gas. I didn't put very much in this. There's no gas. Hold on. Alright, put another couple gallons in it. It's in the fuel filter now. So, sorry I'm kind of doing this one-handed. There's no start button. There's no solenoid even. So, we just kind of have to... Come on, you ornery old bugger. Yeah, this is my starting setup here. Pretty classy. You just well, it runs. I don't think it's blowed up. It had that banging noise in there early on, but I'm guessing that was just because it's been sitting so long and it had dry lifters and what have you, no oil pressure in the top end. So hopefully it's still good. This hole in the muffler blows right in my face when I'm trying to start it. That's pretty cool.
My turn on.
All right, we kind of got it running here. Hopefully, see if it'll start up again. Maybe we'll try, if it stays running, we'll try to play with hydraulics, see how many times we can kill it. Well, it runs, the bucket moves up and down, tilts and everything, but
We got one lever, other lever a little sad. Need to put some extends on that mother trucker.
But I don't even know if the linkage is hooked up for this, or we haven't checked any hydraulic fluids or nothing.
So, yeah, we'll fiddle fart some more, let you know.
We put about 5 gallons of hydraulic fluid in this thing, and I'm hoping that that's going to fix the not going forwards and backwards thing. We're gonna see if we can get it fired up again, see if we can get it to move. We know the boom works. So, yeah, here we go.
Here we go. button kill.
Well, there you have it. Yeah, it's got a fancy push button kill on the Magneto. Well, there you have it, folks. She moves forwards and backwards. I think she's got a little air in this side. This side was working, and then it wasn't working, but there's a sweet skid steer. Runs, drives, air conditioning works really good this time of year. Heater works real good in the summer.
Yep.
She's got the mosquito repellent modification.
Yeah.
Needs some love, like a real kill switch to go up to the front. It needs a muffler, needs some tubes in the tire. This one's pretty well flat. Did I already say those hydraulics need to be redid?
Yeah, I might need like a key.
Yeah, it needs some kind of starting button.
Or something.
But, since this is my father-in-law's, and he probably wants to mess with it some, I think we're gonna, turn it over to him and let him deal with all the nooks and crannies and little odds and ends. He is going to be selling this later on. I don't know if he's got a buyer lined up yet or not, but he's going to put a new seat on it, things of that nature.
So it could be yours.
It could be yours for the right price. It's got a bunch of new hydraulic lines on it. I think a couple back here, a couple up there.
A real diamond in the rough.
So I think that's going to do us from here. I think that's going to do it for us here in the shop. We're gonna get it onto a trailer and send it back home to Ron and let him button it up.
It's gonna be a whole different machine if you ever see it again.
Yeah, maybe if he gets it all done, maybe we'll get some footage of him running it or some pictures or something of it.
Yeah.
As for now, thank you guys for watching.
Yep.
Big shout out to Interbell for sponsoring all of our videos and helping us be able to do stupid things like this. And keep on keeping on.
Yeah. Stay tuned for all the mayhem.
Interbell certainly steps up and provides for this community in so many ways.
I feel like they share the mission of the school and the mission of the town that we care for people, we love people, and we'll make sure you're taken care of.
We are a larger business in a small community. We have an obligation to serve in a greater capacity than just to provide a service.